here at Bob Shelton Stadium in Hayes County. Mark Koenig with Bucky Godbolt. Stu Myrick is our engineer-producer. Our statistician is Evan Bradley. And down there on the sidelines is Morgan Kilgo. And Morgan, this was an extended break. I know you had a chance to visit with both teams down there. How did they handle that 1 hour delay?
Be ready for trick plays while you're on the road. Got to be ready for trick plays, of course, Mark, when you're on the road. And the defense for Lake Travis needs to continue to build off of what they did last week. Be aggressive at all times. Attack the quarterback, cause fumbles. And once again, for the offense, they also have to continue to attack. That screen game was fantastic last week. They got to keep doing the screen games. They really are making an awful lot of yards out of what they do in the screen. So that's what you got to do for me. Those are 3 keys to victory.
Lake Travis in white jerseys, trimmed with black, white pants, black helmets with the red LT, and thanks to the rain, these white unis look a little bit gray right now. Kickoff from our right to our left, taken at the 7-yard line up to the 10, the 15, and the 20, angling right, and Barkley steps out of bounds just shy of the 30. The 20-yard return after the kick by Jax Kell, the junior for Hayes. Let's meet the Lake Travis offensive line from left to right. Jeffrey Gibbs is the junior left tackle. Griffin Lemley at left guard. Garrett Stotts is the center. Aiden Rourke, the right guard, and the right tackle is Brendan Hymas, and you were very high on him a week ago. The QB, Charlie Brewer, makes his 3rd straight start. Brewer, the sophomore, 6 feet, 175, has passed for 628 yards already. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he will start with a quick pass out to the right. It's complete to Hudson Fife at the 35-yard line. Fife, the 5'10", 170-pound junior, with his 10th reception of the season. We'll also see Grant Foster and Colton Bailey and Cade Green at the wideouts. Abe Willows will be the running back most of the night. Second down, about 4 yards to go. It's time a quick pass out to the left. And a first down for Cade Green, who's slipping tackles across the 40.
Well, this is what they do. This is what Lake Travis does. As you said, Mark, weather may not be a factor because Coach Carter's going to do what Lake Travis is used to doing, and that's getting the ball down the field and getting in the hands of everybody on this offense.
The Hayes Rebel defense, a 3-4 look as it's 1st and 10. We're just underway after a long weather delay. Screen pass, nearly intercepted and overthrown, intended for Hudson Fife. That one may have slipped out of the hands of Brewer, and that might have been because of the wet ball.
Well, Mark, it looks like there was confusion right there on that play. Young Brewer's looking at everybody and saying, wait a minute, you guys are in the wrong spot.
Double receivers right, 1 to the left. Line of scrimmage is the 42 of Lake Travis. It's a handoff to Willows, who cuts it back against the grain to the 50. 45-40, finally brought down to the 38-yard line by Joseph Rubio out of the secondary. A 20-yard gain for Abe Willows.
And they're not slowing down. This Lake Travis offense continues to just roll it and on the move.
Brewer in the shotgun, trips right, 1 left. Fake the handoff to Willows, quick pass out to the right. Green's got it, but not much space there. Gain of 3, wrapped up and brought down by Tyler Wilder. Up front for the Hayes defense, Elrod Johnson, Enrique Garola, and Gabriel Flores. The 3 down linemen, the linebackers, Emery Kuzi, Kobe Brown, Preston Ellison, and Kendall Stovall. And we'll give you the secondary after this. The pass is out to the left, and Green makes the reception, but he's thrown down in the backfield. Cavaliers are going to lose yardage on this and set up 3rd and about 12 yards to go.
Speaking of losing yardage, Mark, that was almost a lateral, a backwards lateral, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, if he wasn't in the shotgun to start the play, it might have been. 3rd down. Call it 12 yards to go. Brewer looking left, throwing the deep out. It's complete right near the sticks. He's got the first down.
Very nice touch pass by Brewer right there. He's getting a lot of time. Last week against Cove had a bigger defensive line than what we see from the Hayes Rebels right now. There's a real difference between what we saw last week on the defensive line, Mark, and what we're seeing tonight in this Hayes football team.
4 wide receivers, 3 right and 1 to the left. Handoff, Willows, big hole up the middle and into the secondary goes Willows. Another good run. Rubio brings him down.
You're going to see a number of substitutions right now coming in for Hayes because if they can't hold up to the run or the pass or get any pressure on Charlie Brewer, it's going to be a long night for Hayes.
Second down, 3 yards to go from the 21 of Hayes. movement at the line of scrimmage. Free play. Brewer throws deep to the end zone. Tipped and broken up. Nice defensive play. A little bit short on that.
You're talking about that was a long throw, a hard throw across his body right there. And great play by the safety right there from Hayes. So that was going to be a touchdown. Looks like there's going to be offsides on Hayes.
I'm sorry that it appears that somehow the audio track got synced just a little ahead of the action. But we're doing
the 10th play of the drive for the Lake Travis Cavaliers. Check that. The 11th play of the drive, which started back at their own 30-yard line. From the left hash, handoff, Willows, headed right, hurdles a man. Nice move at the 7 and down to the 6-yard line, close to another first down, about a 10-yard gain.
Really love the way this kid runs with the football. I wish he'd use that stiff arm right there, Mark. It was a great opportunity for him to not only get there at the 8-yard line, but he should have been into the end zone with a stiff arm right there, pushed the defender off and got on in. But he's a fantastic player.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Charlie Brewer fakes the handoff, running left, being pursued. He's at the 5, dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Lake Travis. Charlie Brewer does it himself, faking the handoff and going in around the left side to take it in for 6 from the 6-yard line.
Well, we can see already that one team, Mark, the delay hasn't hurt Lake Travis and what they did inside the locker room. And for Hayes, they've got to wake up. If they want to be into this ball game, they can't depend on their offense. Their defense has to stop Lake Travis. And as I said before, there's a real difference between what I'm seeing on Hayes' defensive line and what we saw from Cove last week.
Now let's check the extra point here. It's up. And it is through for Brandon Satterfield. So the Lake Travis Cavaliers, 70 yards in 12 plays. And the 6-yard touchdown run by Charlie Brewer. We'll set the Lake Travis defense coming up in a moment. Kickoff, very short. Pop up into the wind. It'll be fair caught at the 30-yard line. Garrett Womack, Jaden Hutchings, Tevin Paul, and Fino Pearson up front. The linebackers, John Brewer, Sam Ochoa, Jason York, and the secondary. DeMarcus Lacey, Chris Roller, James Bailey, and Tanner Bush is playing tonight, seeing his first action of the season after coming back from injury. And a handoff up the middle to start it off for the Hayes Rebels, and a gain of about 3 yards at right guard.
Now, last week, James Bailey was everywhere on the football field. They moved him around. Coach Carter did not leave him sit still like he did game 1. He's all over, it looks like, again tonight. In the slot, rushing the quarterback early.
Quick pass out to the left. Gandy's got it. Stiff arms a man. He's into the secondary and brought down by Aaron Brown-Nixon close to the 45-yard line.
Another couple of extra yards on the stiff arm right there alone.
So let's check this Hayes Rebel offense, Buck. I want to get your thoughts on how they spread the field. Here's the QB on the option, late toss, and no gain on the play, even a loss of a yard.
Mark, if you're going to run the option, you have to threaten the end of the line of scrimmage. You can't take 2 steps from the quarterback position, especially when you're back in a shotgun and then pitch the ball. You're going to have to threaten the end before you make that pitch. You're going to have to go downhill at Lake Travis, get them to commit, and he didn't get them to commit that time.
3 wide receivers to the right. Kent rolls right, throws on the run into coverage, and
what a nice
makes the reception.
What a great catch.
Up to the 48.5-yard line. Good for about 7 on the play. As Austin Hiller, the sophomore, there on the tackle.
Nice grab by Gigsby right there.
Brayton Kent, the junior, in the shotgun. 7:43 to play. First quarter, trailing 7-zip. Kent looking, firing over the middle, incomplete, looking for a flag, and there's the late flag. Grayson Rigsby was the intended target, and the fans on the near side excited about seeing that yellow hanky.
I think even you could have done that. I think you could have called that one right there. That's pretty
It
obvious.
was pretty tight coverage.
Yeah. He had him had his hand around his waist and impeded his progress to get near the football that time. Waist right there.
First down, 10 yards to go now from the Lake Travis 37-yard line. Hayes trying to answer. Braden Kent hands the ball off. Tough running. Around the right side. Gain of close to 5. And that was Effiam, the senior, brought down by Jason York.
They got 2 nice running backs right here. at Hayes. They got a couple guys that can find they're kind of picking and choosing their spots where to go. They can go inside and then they bounce outside. They look like two of these running backs. You don't want to let them get to the corners.
Double receivers left. Play action, fake the handoff. Kent's in trouble, and he is drilled and dropped for a 4-yard loss. Take your pick. On the defense there, guys all over the place.
That's Ochoa and that whole gang of linebackers, as we said before, Mark. These guys are, if they continue to play the way they played the last couple games at the linebacker position, they are tough to handle, and especially the way they blitz.
Hiller was in there as well. 3rd down, 9 yards to go. Kent sets up the screen, flings it out left. It's complete, but Effium is going to be stood up at the 34-yard line, well short of the 1st down.
Really good team defense right there. That screen looked like it was going to go places right there. They had no room after the catch, and Lake Travis, everybody on defense rallies to the football.
So now the line of scrimmage is the 34, Bob, and it's no man's land, because this would be a 51-yard field goal.
I would prefer to punt the ball and make Lake Travis go the distance than not to get this possibly, Mark, and give them the ball almost at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's at the 34-yard line. It's 4th and 7. They're going to go for it here.
Okay.
I think they go for it. Midway point, 1st quarter, 7-zip, Lake Travis. Here's Kent, pump fake, throwing down the left sideline, has a man, and it is complete. What a catch.
Nice grab.
Tight defense there by Chris Roller, but a nice reception and a 23-yard gain.
I'll just say this, when you're making plays over Roller, you're making plays because he was right there in coverage. Quarterback put the ball right exactly where it needed to be put. Once again, that's Rigsby again out there, number 9.
Hand the ball off this time. Gandy, nowhere to go. Runs into a wall.
There comes a time when you have to just go north and south. There's no time for shaking and baking. You got to just lower your shoulder, get a hard 3 yards or 4 yards. You can't get what they just got right now. That's just a 0 gain right there, Mark. You might as well lower the shoulder and get 2 yards out of it.
Kent and the gun, 4 wide receivers to choose from, but they hand the ball off. Gandy runs right over his own man and then is tackled at the 6-yard line. Gain of about 6. Sam Ochoa,
guess who's there?
The sophomore wearing number 44, makes the stop. Gain of 5.
Remember last week we saw Ochoa? He was playing nose guard last week. He was all over the place.
Wherever they need him.
Yeah.
3rd down, 5 yards to go from the 6-yard line.
Big play early in this football game.
Inside 5 minutes to go, 1st quarter, Lake Travis 7, Hayes nothing. Double receivers either way. Here's Kent, fires it left, complete at the 3-yard line. So they did not pick up the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and short. This will be a 21-yard attempt. Angle to the right, and the kick is up, and it is perfect. So Hayes strikes back. The 3-point variety. 4:14 left to play. Quarter number 1, Lake Travis 7, Hayes 3. So now Hayes to kick it off from our right to our left. Very short kickoff. Taken at the 16-yard line. And here's Barkley at the 30, 35, cuts left, the 40, penalty marker. Football came loose. And Hayes says that they came up with it.
They did. And that penalty may be for holding on Lake Travis.
Usually that's the call in that area. Hayes did come up with the football. It's a hold on the return team, Lake Travis.
And this, Mark, is the time right here where you got to dig in on defense. This is called sudden change. And this sudden change right now means for Lake Travis defense to be stout, be stern. Don't give up a thing right here. Don't give up 3. Don't give up a touchdown. Don't give up anything on defense right now. And I expect the linebackers and the down linemen to play real, real hard right now.
And the fumble Ruski by the Hayes Rebels, but nowhere to go. As Jackson Effium turns the corner. He actually made something out of nothing and got it all the way down close to the 35-yard line. You don't see that play.
No, that's pretty good discipline right there by number 13 for Lake Travis.
Pearson.
Yeah, you can get caught up in the wash. He was the only player to that side, Mark, right there that didn't get caught in that little fumble Ruski right there. Stayed at home. Now they got 8 yards out of it, but he stayed there. Could have been a longer game.
Kent takes the snap, hands the ball off. It's Cody Gandy, and he's stacked up. Let's get a quick scoreboard check.
Great back and forth game on our sister station, 105.3 The Fringe, as Vandergrift leads Killeen 21-14. A lot of action in that one. Mark, back to you.
All right, Nick, thanks. Coming up at halftime, Nick and the crew with scores from around the area.
Mark,
and
you know, one of the
games are at different places
Yeah.
all over. You know, some are in the first quarter, some are close to halftime. It's going to be a wild night.
I said in my 3 keys to victory, look out for trick plays when you're on the road. That was a trick play right there. That could have gone big.
Yeah, but that was crisis averted, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. To give up 8 yards on that instead of giving up one to the house. I mean, seriously, that could have happened. If one guy decides that he's not going to be disciplined to his side, that ball goes right out the corner and out to shoot.
Well, Lake Travis with the turnover on this kickoff. We do have a timeout.
By the way, that was a good kickoff return, too, about that.
Yeah, he cut back and he just missed the ball. He left the ball there. But that's a sophomore, too.
That's the one young man that I said we need to get back into this game this week.
Well, this is a pretty exciting opening quarter. We have 2:55 left to play in the first. It's 7-3, Lake Travis leading Hayes.
I'll just say this. Lake Travis is in for a ball game tonight. Hayes quarterback, the offense for Hayes right now. Defensively, I think they'll struggle against this Lake Travis offense, but their offense looks pretty good to me right now.
They moved it up and down the field.
Yes,
Remember, they
did.
started at the 30 and took it all the way down inside the 5 before settling for that field goal.
Got to pressure this quarterback. You have to pressure him.
Third and about 2.5 now. Line of scrimmage is the 35. Kent fakes the handoff, goes left. He's got some space at the 30, 25, and steps out of bounds after picking up the first down and a gain of 12. That froze the defense there, Buck, that fake handoff.
Just enough just enough to freeze him out. Now the quarterback's not a burner, but he's got enough speed to get to the outside, and get to the outside. He did for about 6 yards and a first down.
2:49 to go, first quarter. It's 1st and 10 now for Hayes. Red jerseys, gray pants, blue helmets, Lake Travis, and white jerseys and pants, black helmets. Kent in the gun. Hands the ball off, not much doing. The line of scrimmage gain of 1.5 yards. That front group led by Ochoa and York ready for the running back.
Now Lake Travis is never going to give up a lot in the middle, Mark. They just haven't all year so far. They don't give up a lot of yards inside the tackles. They just don't do that. Where you beat them is getting on the outside. People overrunning things and guys popping outside. I got to see where James Bailey is. I got to see more of him right now. He's out in the slot. Need him coming down inside and making plays.
Kent on the late toss on the option. Big room for Gandy at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Cody Gandy with his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, first of the night, and Hayes has its first lead of the night with 2:11 left to play in the first.
Now, Mark, you saw the first time they never threatened the end when they pitched the ball. That time the quarterback went down to the end of the line and pitched, you made the defensive end commit one way or the other. You committed to the quarterback, pitch wide open, they walk into the end zone.
Cody Gandy on the touchdown. Extra point is up and through. 10-7 our score. Hayes leading Lake Travis, 2:11 left to play in the first on 104.9 The Horn.
For possible onside kick. Hayes has got a little bit of momentum going. Expect the unexpected.
Again, this time Roller is back deep to receive at his own 3, up to the 10, the 15, the 20 angles left. 30, has a seam at the 35. There goes Roller at the 40, 45, 50. One man to beat, it's the kicker. And Roller is brought down at the 15-yard line. The kicker got him, Buck, but what a return of 82 yards.
You know, it's been really soft over here on the right-hand side on these kickoff returns, except for Roller got to one spot, decided to change the field, goes all the way across the field, makes one big cut, and the kicker's got him.
It looked like Roller almost slowed up like he was playing games with him.
Well, he was. He was trying to bait him a little bit. The kicker did have the angle on him, so he's trying to bait him. Little Dion move right there at the end.
But still, how about this field position? The 15-yard line?
Offenses are ready to play here tonight. Defenses are the ones that have got to really start getting going here for both teams.
1:58 to play. First quarter. 10-7, Hayes leading Lake Travis. As they hand it off to Willows, going around the left side. He's inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Tough run for Abe Willows, who's having a very good opening quarter.
Let me just say this, Mark. Abe Willows, you can turn around and hand him the ball off all night long. This guy can gain about 400 yards. You can just wear this Hayes defense down.
He already has 43 on 4 carries. Out of the gun. Charlie Brewer looking to the end zone. Set. Fires. Nice throwback. Wide open touchdown.
Beautiful
for the
play.
Lake Travis Cavaliers. And that's Connor Oates on the receiving end.
How do you like that offensive play call? Get everybody going one way and send your other wide receiver back across formation, and there he sits wide open.
Wide open. Good patience there.
What did that take? All of about 30, 40 seconds?
Two plays. 2 plays, 15 yards. Yeah, I don't know if Hayes can stop Lake Travis.
Like I said, last week when we saw Cove's defensive linemen, they were stout. They don't have the stoutness of what even Cove had last week.
Bailey with a nice hold to get it down for Satterfield, who bangs through the extra point. Just like that, 14-10. Third reception overall, but first TD.
Mark, would you say the offenses are up and ready to go after the delay?
I don't think that the weather has slowed them down at all. Here's a little pooch kick from Lake Travis. We fielded at the 27-yard line. What's the point of the pooch kick, Buck?
Well, to prevent any kind of return whatsoever, and if you're going to give them the ball at the 28-yard line, high school football, there's nothing wrong with that. And you see what I think maybe Hayes should try that themselves.
14-10 our score. Lake Travis leading Hayes. Minute 27 to play in the first. And a handoff. Gandy stacked up. Short gain on the play. Check that. It was Jackson Effiam, the senior.
You're not going to get, like I said, you're not going to get yardage trying to make a living out of going up the middle against Lake Travis. You're going to have to get to the corners and on the edges and get people out of place.
Grayson Rigsby back out onto the field. He'll be flanked wide to the right. Double slot here. And now Gandy in motion. So Kent rolls left, looking to pass, fires, and it is complete. Nice route and a first down. It's complete to Austin Maulding, the junior.
Nice tackle by Lacey. I really like the way he plays. Gave up a lot of cushion right there, but he's a pretty sure tackler, Mark. Not many guys catch and run against him.
He's been good through 2 games.
Yes, he has.
Gandy in motion again. They hand him the ball. Nice juke move on Brewer, but now he's in jail. And York throws him to the ground. No gain on the play. We're inside 30 seconds to go. First quarter. Lake Travis 14, Hayes 10. Appreciate you joining us tonight, wherever you may be. We hope you stayed with us through the weather delay. Our warm-up crew was very entertaining. As the QB Ken fakes the handoff, keeps it, and gets to the 46-yard line. That's the last play of quarter number 1.
Nice tackle by James Bailey there. As I said, he's got to get a little bit more active from sideline to sideline. No matter where they put him, he's a good enough athlete that he should be making more of an impact in football games, I believe.
First quarter in the books. Very quick moving first quarter. Second quarter coming up in a moment. Cavaliers 14, Hayes 10.
From the Documation Studio, this is KTXX-FM and HD1 BK, 104.9 The Horn, where Austin taught sports.
Coach Carter here for Apex Drilling, providing a variety of watering needs, including irrigation wells. When our practice fields were drying up, there was only one choice for the Cavaliers, Apex Drilling. They got right on top of it and fixed the issue. Apex is knowledgeable about the land in Central Texas, and they're one of the only companies that features a licensed on-site geologist. We now have the water we need to keep the field safe for our players. Professional and dependable, it's Apex Drilling. Online at apexwaterwells.com.
When the Friday night lights are on, we know you're watching some football. But when the Cavaliers aren't playing, check out Aquafly, the premier flyboard destination on Lake Travis. You'll get an unparalleled rush at more than 35 feet in the air. And with moderate temperatures in the water, this is year-round entertainment. Don't think you have the skills? Don't worry. The certified instructors will guide you to a safe and fun experience. Aquafly, located at Lakeway Marina and online at aquafly.com.
Start the second quarter. Hayes still with the rock. Down 14-10 penalty markers on this play. What'd you make of that first quarter, bud?
I like the way offensive played. I did not like the way either defense played right there. By the way, Mark, they just tried that Pomeruski again.
Oh, that was a false start.
But the play itself was going to be, once again, that same exact play. And as I said, you just got to be aware of some of the trick plays that are going to be that Hayes is going to have to use against this defense.
Yeah, why don't you explain the fumble Ruski to our...
Well, it's not really fumble. It's not put on the ground. What they do is everybody comes into one group. The running back fakes like he's diving into the inside. He stops right there. The quarterback hands him the ball, and he heads out to the outside.
Kind of puts it in his belly.
Yeah.
From around the back. Quick pass out to the right. It's Gandy, and Gandy is hit
Too
behind
long.
the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by the Lake Travis defense.
Too long of a developing play right there. Paul is right there, of course, and the rest of the linebackers also.
So 4th down. You asked for a stop and you got one.
You got to have one. Yeah, I mean,
You
have
play
to
the
have
lottery. I mean, whatever you ask for, you're getting right now.
Well, I've got a lot of coaching experience, Mark. And,
But that was a long time ago. I mean, they were
I know, but
they're
things
wearing
haven't
leather
changed.
helmets.
But things haven't changed. It's still football. Same old thing. 11 on 11.
Okay. Here's the punt now. Kent is the punter. Not a very good punt.
By the way, that ball was tipped.
Now let's get a quick scoreboard check. Back to the studio. Here's Nick.
A couple of scores from 14-6A district as Lehman trails Bowie 7-0 and Westlake leads Anderson 20-0 at half. Mark, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. 11:09 left to play first half here. 14-10.
Mark,
How long was that punt?
It was tipped by James Bailey. He got a hand on it. The official gave the tip signal. And for Hayes right now, Mark, it's one of those dangerous situations for them early in the football game. You let Lake Travis go up on you now, this thing snowballs on you.
So the Cavaliers start at their own 39-yard line. Handoff to Kate Green, sweeping the right side, breaks a tackle, and pinballs ahead for 2 yards. Good defensive pursuit by the Hayes Rebels. That's that jet sweep that we saw a lot in week 1. We didn't see it much last week.
No, we did.
And it's not your favorite play, bud. More on that in a moment. Quick pass out to the left. Grant Foster is hit immediately. Good tackle by the Hayes Rebel defender, Garrett Quinn.
Well, he needed some help from his wide receiver buddy there, and his wide receiver didn't give him any help there. The defender ran right through the block.
Barkley flanked out to the left. It's 3rd and 13. Big play for the Hayes defense here. 10:24 to play first half. Fake the handoff. Charlie Brewer throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off and coming back as Hayes takes it to the 40-yard line. Second turnover of the first half.
You don't see that often from a young Charlie Brewer. What happened right there? He telegraphed that pass right from the get-go, and the safety looked at it all the way. Looked at his eyes. Charlie was coming to the post. The safety just stayed in the post mark and waited for that ball to come. Plus, we got a penalty right here that could tack on some more yardage.
Maybe a late hit. Wilder on the interception.
Oh, I know the Hayes coach has got to be livid. That was unnecessary pushing the back after the interception was made right there.
Well, it was post-possession penalty, though,
Yeah.
so Hayes will still get the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost him, though. The yardage hurts.
But Brewer throws the pick, his second of the season.
Yeah, he telegraphed that pass all the way, and I'm pretty sure Charlie would tell you that's when he'd like to have back.
So Hayes takes over, down 14-10. And the QB Kent will keep and get drilled. Right at the midfield stripe, he got a yard.
Well,
but boy, was he popped by Tevin
Mark,
Paul.
you got away with that for the touchdown 2 series ago. Lake Travis played that very, very well that time. They strung it out, and what you want is you want your quarterback to keep. You don't want the quarterback pitching out to one of these 2 running backs. You prefer your quarterback to keep that, especially when you're playing defense.
Last time that Hayes had the short field, they took advantage of it with the touchdown. Kent, they set up the screen. It's complete. And Effiam is off to the races, slipping tackles. Football came loose. But I believe that Hayes has fallen on it. Roller says that he's got the loose ball. But I think they're going to say that Grayson Rigsby of Hayes had it first.
You know, sometimes there's really good plays by both sides. And James Bailey came on the blitz on an inside X stunt on the corner. Got to the quarterback, but the quarterback held on just long enough to dump off the screen. They had the perfect play call for the blitz, Mark. They ended up picking a big game up on that.
25 yards to be exact. As Effiam, the fullback, on the reception. Here's Kent. They fake the handoff. Blitz coming. Tevin Paul chasing, and Kent throws it out of bounds wisely.
Smart play by the quarterback. Kent was a very smart play to get rid of that football.
Tevin Paul close on a late hit, but they did not throw the flag.
I like the way he's playing tonight. Paul's playing real aggressive on defense.
9:18 to go, first half. 14-10, Lake Travis. Kent hands the ball off. Tough running. Effiam down to the 18-yard line.
Good push by the Hayes Rebels right there.
Tevin Paul in on another tackle.
Lots of guys on Lake Travis right now with their hands on their hips a little bit, Mark. They look a little winded. This is kind of quick strike. Guys need to get their hands off their hips, get down there and get set.
2 turnovers here in the opening half by the Cavaliers. Kent throws on the run, complete to Gandy. Gandy slips the tackle, and he's popped out of bounds at the 4. 1st and goal coming up for the Hayes Rebels.
Like I said, Mark, there's a lot of guys on defense right now, and you see them right now as you look out there. Guys have their hands on their hips. They're not getting in position, their defensive positions. They're not getting set, and the play is going off, and they have moved.
1st and goal for Hayes at the 4. Kent in the gun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, sidesteps 1, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Kent. Tevin Paul's got to come out. His helmet is messed up. When that helmet comes off, Buck, they got to go to the sideline.
Yeah, they do. You know, sometimes, you're allowed to take a defensive timeout, too.
Jaden Hutchins replaces him. Kent hands the ball off, and the footing came into play there, and so did the presence of Jason York, who was right there to greet Cody Gandy at the 4, lost at 2.
Mark, I would say Gandy's very happy about the way that turned out when he slipped down because he was about to be met in the hole right there by York. He would have been. Big play right here for Lake Travis.
Yeah, 3rd down, goal to go for Hayes from the 4. Kent in the gun, throws to the end zone, wide open. Touchdown Hayes. Brandon Hunter was all alone. And a perfect strike from the QB, Braden Kent.
I'm just going to say, I thought that was a poor defensive series by Lake Travis. Guys not set, guys with their hands on their hips. Nobody's set in their defensive positions. And Hayes just kept on running it, kept on running plays over and over again. That quick offense just kept on going. Now we've got a game.
7 plays, 50 yards. Here's the extra point. Not the prettiest, and it's pushed to the right. No good. 7:56 left to play first half. Hayes 16, Lake Travis 14 after the missed extra point. We're back in a moment on the Horn.
This season, Benny Boyd is stacking the line with savings on a massive selection of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Get a better buy from Benny with lower prices, more for your trade, and free vehicle delivery anywhere in Texas. With Benny on your side, you'll always have the home field advantage. Visit our 2 area locations, Benny Boyd Fast Drop and Benny Boyd Land Passes, or shop online at BennyBoyd.com.
You'll get a better buy. That's Benny Boyd, y'all. When the Friday night lights are on, we know you're watching some football. But when the Cavaliers aren't playing, check out Aquafly, the premier flyboard destination on Lake Travis. You'll get an unparalleled rush at more than 35 feet in the air. And with moderate temperatures in the water, this is year-round entertainment. Don't think you have the skills? Don't worry. The certified instructors will guide you to a safe and fun experience. Aquafly, located at Lakeway Marina and online at aquafly.com.
Back and forth we go at Bob Shelton Stadium in Hayes County. After the interception, Hayes takes over on the short field, and they march 50 yards in 7 plays. The 4-yard touchdown reception by Brandon Hunter.
Head coach of Hayes not very excited about that missed extra point, though.
Those can come back to haunt you. And here's the ensuing kickoff. Very short. Fielded at the 35. The penalty markers all over the place. Oates calls for the fair catch. He made it at the 35. He got drilled.
There's an extra 15. And now Lake Travis gets the ball in great field position.
Now they'll take over at the 50-yard line, right?
Yep. Hayes decided, Mark, they were not going to kick the ball deep any longer.
Penalty called against Rainey.
Oh, that just kills you as a football coach right there. You've come, you got the lead, you're going to kick off, you've got him to call a fair catch, and all you got to do is not run him over. I think they get a big dose of Abe Willows right about now, just to start wearing this Hayes defense down a little bit.
That's what you would do, huh?
Absolutely.
The last possession ended in an interception. Charlie Brewer fakes the handoff, fakes the end around, rolls right, throws on the run, has a man wide open at the 35. Now the 30 cut back, left at the 20, the 15, the 10, off to the races. Are you joking me? Malik Barkley, a 50-yard touchdown reception.
Now that's to the house.
That was incredible, that speed.
Is that another 2-play drive we have here tonight?
I think that was one
play.
You can't even count to one?
Well, I coached football, Mark. I wasn't an accountant.
So, could you help me on the drive summary, Buck? How many plays and how many yards? 1 play, 50 yards. How's that?
That's
incredible. Brewer, that'll help a QB's stats. Brewer to Barkley. What a defensive breakdown for Hayes as Barkley was wide open, Bucky.
So far, we've seen a lot of defensive breakdowns here early.
Extra point good, 21-16.
It's amazing.
Brewer, 7 of 10 passing for 84 yards.
And you know what the good thing about that is, Mark? You know what happens? They come right back to Brewer. Charlie Brewer gets the ball right back, and you know what Coach says? Okay, we'll throw it again with you. He throws an interception. The coach has that kind of faith in the sophomore quarterback. He says, next series, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep you going. We're going to let you throw the football again.
Well,
touchdown.
Did you say heavy dose of Abe Willows?
Yeah, but that's me. I don't coach for Lake Travis. I just do the games.
You don't coach for anybody.
No, I just kind of do the games. Yeah, I'm a coach up here. You?
No, I know. You're a coach up in the booth.
Thank you.
You can analyze.
I'm kind of analytical like that.
You're something. All right, so Lake Travis.
Do you think we'll see the pooch kick again right here?
Yes, I do. But this is a track meet, Buck.
Yeah, I just got to believe the Lake Travis defense is better than what we're seeing early. And I know Coach Carter can't be happy by what he's seeing with guys with their hands on their hips, not getting set in their defensive alignments. And because Hayes is coming out so quick and running so many plays, well, they got to be used to it. They practice against it every day at Lake Travis, I would think.
Yeah, you would think that there are a lot of teams in this district right now that are going to be looking at this tape.
For sure.
Here's the kickoff now. Satterfield sends it deep with the wind behind him. And it's fielded by Maulding. And Maulding, a little hesitant as he gets to the 20-yard line and spins forward. And Hayes will start around the 25-yard line. 22-yard return by Maulding. And Hayes from their own 24, Buck.
Well, let's see if the Cavs have got themselves together on defense, Mark, and maybe got that little talking to on the sideline and see if these down linemen and these linebackers can get themselves in gear. Although that was a nice call with the screen. I mean,
it was a great.
Lake Travis had a blitz on, and they did what they had to do, and so did the Rebels.
It's a chess match. Quick pass out to the right. It's complete to Hunter, who caught that touchdown a moment ago. And Hunter with some tough
good second effort.
Yards after contact.
Good second effort right there. Gets you about 6 or 7 yards.
You like that acronym right there? Yards after
contact. Yeah. I do like that. That's a little coaching term.
They didn't have that back then.
Did you read about that somewhere?
Yeah, Sporting News. No. Second down, 6 yards to go. Late toss on the option. Gandy busts free. Gandy at the 40. At the 45, still running inside Lake Travis territory to the 49-yard line. Big play by the Hayes Rebel offense, a 23-yard gain.
Every time they run this option to the running back, when the quarterback attacks the end of the line of scrimmage and forces the end to make a decision, looks like a 15-yard holding penalty, Mark, or a holding in the secondary. But every time they attack the line of scrimmage, and especially the ends, he's able to toss the ball and get to the end. It's when he takes one step and then pitches quick without even attacking and making the defensive end commit that he has problems with it.
Well, that was, instead of the Rebels getting it inside Cavalier territory, football goes all the way back to the 34. 21-16 is the score. Lake Travis in front. Sweep around.
That one's blown
right
up there.
Side. Nothing at all.
No.
Gandy just, they teed off on him, and that was James Bailey, the senior, on the stop.
As I said, James Bailey has to be more of a factor when it comes to defending the run right here. They put him in the slot. They use him as a linebacker. They use him as a safety. But when he attacks the football, he's got to be really, really a big part of what they do on this defense.
Second down, 13 yards to go. Kent lost the ball, scoops it up, and he is drilled. Big loss on the play as Garrett Womack was flying in from the left side.
I caught that one right in the kisser. As he went over to pick that ball up, Mark, he got that one right dead smack in the mug.
It's going to be 3rd and a mile now. Remember just moments ago, Hayes had it across midfield.
Yep, this is the opportunity for Lake Travis right here.
They're going the wrong way. They're moving from right to left instead of left to right. Kent, pump fake. On the run, pump fake again. Tries to reverse his field. He's in the grass. Tevin Paul.
Paul played his position perfectly right there. Didn't fake, didn't go for the pump fake by the quarterback. Stayed on the ground, kept his feet. And now Hayes is in a little bit of a trouble. Not a little bit of trouble. They're in a lot of trouble right now.
All the way back to the 12-yard line. Is that 3 straight losses?
Yes, 3 straight. This is the time where you put a little bit of pressure on the punter, too.
4th and 33. You come after this one.
Be careful, because you're going to get the ball back in great field position. Don't rough the punter, but make him know that you're coming. Don't give him all day to punt that football.
The punter is Kent, the QB, and it's blocked by Bailey, and Bailey falls on it in the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Travis.
That's the second one for James Bailey. He tipped the one before and got a piece of it. He took it right off the quarterback, who is the punter. He took it right off his foot.
What a great special teams play by James Bailey. The block and the recovery in the end zone.
That happened in a hurry.
27-16. Now the extra point. It's through.
Good snap, good hole, good special teams by Lake Travis right there. They take a big lead now all of a sudden.
5:21 left to play first half. Cavaliers 28, the Rebels 16 on 104.9 The Horn.
This season, Benny Boyd is stacking the line with savings on a massive selection of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Get a better buy from Benny with lower prices, more for your trade, and free vehicle delivery anywhere in Texas. With Benny on your side, you'll always have the home field advantage. Visit our 2 area locations, Benny Boyd Fast Drop and Benny Boyd Land Passes, or shop online at BennyBoyd.com.
You'll get a better buy. Ask Benny Boyd, y'all. Do you have hay fever, cough, runny nose, sneezing, itchy eyes? These may be signs of allergies, and Hill Country Allergy and Asthma can help. Why continue to suffer with over-the-counter medications? We're committed to providing the best and most cost-effective treatment. Your quality of life is our priority. Hill Country Allergy and Asthma in the Towers of Lakeway on Lowman's Crossing and online at hillcountryallergy.com.
5:21 remaining in the opening half. Been a wild first half.
Lots of quick scores here tonight.
Lake Travis 28, Hayes 16, thanks to the blocked punt and recovery by James Bailey in the end zone.
What we do see, Mark, is solid special teams play by Lake Travis. After game 1, they've got that together.
Well, they fumbled on a kickoff return.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of evens out. But I'd like a little coaching credit because I said they should come after it. You said, "Oh, you got to be careful."
I did. I was I wasn't aggressive.
You were very
so Lake Travis is an aggressive team, and I wasn't aggressive with the call.
Here's the kickoff. Very deep. 8 yards deep in the end zone. So 5:21 left to play in the half. Hayes needs to get a little momentum back, bud.
Well, Mark, this is the time you really attack him on your defense right now. James Bailey is having one of those games. Now he's had a tip punt, he's had a block punt, he's pressured the quarterback. Now you send him. This is where you start sending him, letting him really get the feel, because they're going to need this for league play. As they get, as they start playing district, he's going to have to be more of a factor. He's a factor tonight, and it's good to see that.
25-yard line is the line of scrimmage for Hayes. Kent hands the ball off. Effium wrapped up by,
and there's
Bailey, who stripped it, came away with the loose ball. Bailey's running back the other way. First the block punt and touchdown. Next play, he's on the field. He strips it from the running back, Jackson Effium, and returns it for another 5 yards.
Like I said, he's feeling it tonight. You can tell just the way he's playing. His body language tells you he's very much in the football game. He's not only attacking him, he's now stripping the ball from him, Mark. He's having a big game. Big game from James Bailey. It's good to see.
The forced fumble and the fumble recovery. Did that ball ever even hit the turf?
And no, he
took
took it right out of his hands, and he tried to score.
He wanted 2 touchdowns in 2 plays. Charlie Brewer in the shotgun. Passes across the middle. Green's got it in space down to the 5-yard line. Then he's stacked up by Joseph Rubio.
Good simple play. Hit the inside receiver in the slot. Nobody near him, playing off of him right now.
Wild first half.
This one will hurt right now if they can punch this in. This will hurt Hayes badly.
Charlie Brewer, shotgun. 4 wide receivers. But instead hands it off. Fakes the handoff to Willows. Throws it right. It's complete. And another touchdown from Lake Travis. They faked everybody out, including yours truly.
You thought he was keeping it.
I thought he handed it to Willows. Willows looked like he walked into the end zone for the touchdown.
Speaking of the old snowball effect, you get a block punt, and all of a sudden things just start to turn. And as I said, James Bailey not only had a block punt, he had a tip, and now he had a fumble recovery. Not a fumble recovery, a takeaway.
Here's the extra point. Up and through. Another 7 for LT. 4:43 left to play, first half. Cavaliers 35, Hayes 16 on the horn.
You know that feeling of the Lake Travis football team running out of the tunnel, uniforms and helmets glistening from the lights, all shiny and clean? Well, that's what Coachworks Car Wash does for your vehicle. From car washes to detailing, even oil changes and inspections, Coachworks is professional care for your car or truck. They're located right next to the Galleria with a comfortable lobby complete with drinks, TVs, and free Wi-Fi. Visit the website for special discounts and to book your appointment. CoachWorksCarWash.com.
Hello, Cavalier Nation. Coach Carter here. What do past and current champions on the Cavalier offense, defense, and special teams have in common? Many of them train in acceleration. If you go to ybslow.com, you can contact them for a consultation in speed, strength, and stability. When we need our guys to have the edge, we send them to the most comprehensive speed training in the country, right here in Lake Travis. Acceleration Sports Performance Labs, a proud supporter of Lake Travis football. ybslow.com. Why be slow? You don't have to be.
Welcome back. Marky Godbolt, Mark Honig here. Lake Travis leading right now, 35-16 over the Hayes Rebels. Mark Honig really working right now because he's got the binoculars out. He wants to see who scored that touchdown since he totally got faked out on the last play, being the unbelievable ex-coach that he is.
That was really nice.
You cannot go with the fake. Sometimes just keep your eyes on where the football is.
Well, I was trying. I mean, I have one of those restrictions on my driver's license. I have to wear glasses, man. Short kickoff. And it's fielded at the 12 to the 15. Hayes brings it back to the 20-yard line.
This is a very important drive before half for Hayes right now. As we said, this thing is starting to snowball a little bit before halftime. And this is a Hayes team that came out. I mean, they're upping their ante when it comes to district play, playing against Lake Travis, and now they have to show that they can be right back in the game. Mark, they've moved the ball around during the course of this game, but now Lake Travis has found their sea legs, and James Bailey and the rest of his defense have found all of their sea legs right now.
Bailey with the block punt for the touchdown, and then the forced fumble a moment ago, and Kent lost the ball from the shotgun position, trying to run back to the line of scrimmage, and he's drilled. We've seen that a couple of times for the junior QB.
Another loss.
And against this defense, you can't afford to go backwards.
Well, no, because what happens is that offense comes back on the field.
Well, it just puts you in predictable play calling situations.
Yeah, and you know what?
2nd and 14.
And Coach Carter is sending his defense, too. They're being aggressive on defense. When they get behind and down in distance, they come. They don't sit back on defense. They still continue to attack.
Rigsby shifts in formation. He's over on the left side now. Play clock is inside 10 seconds for, I think, the first time all night for either team. Here's Kent rolling right, being pressured. His pass is incomplete, and it hit Austin Molding right in the hands.
There's another telegraph throw right there.
Yeah, but that ball should have been caught.
Yes.
So third and close to 14 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 18-yard line.
It's not a good position to be in against Lake Travis right here.
No.
Third and long. If you give this ball back to them again.
35-16, our score, Lake Travis in front. Kent looking for the throwback screen, and Cavaliers ready for it. Ochoa.
Very disciplined by the Cavaliers defense right there. Now they get the ball back, and some of the kids in Hayes heads down as they come off. Body language is not good.
Jonah Young, the tight end.
And Lake Travis starting to feel it right now.
Now the Cavaliers, Hudson Fife will get this one. Well, he's waiting for it at midfield. Let's see if Bailey's coming on the blitz again. Trying to block this one. 7 on the play clock. Kent is the punter. Rush coming. He gets it away. Short kick. Bouncing at the 34 and taking a Cavalier bounce to the 30. So how about that starting field position? But the last 4 possessions for Lake Travis. The Hayes 15, their own 39, midfield, and the Hayes 16-yard line. And now they're going to start their own at the Hayes 29-yard line.
Yeah, this is the time for the dagger, the so-called dagger right here. And I'm talking about just before halftime. And you know what's going to happen in the third quarter. Coach Carter's going to use Willows and just wear this defense out. As a matter of fact, he's using
Willows
it now.
has it now. Nice juke move into the secondary. Spins down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 17 for Willows.
He's got all the moves of a kid that's a senior. I mean, and he's got another year.
That's that B button you hit in the video. You don't play a lot of video games, Buck, but you hit that B button and spins them. Fake the handoff to Willows. Pass out to Green. Green stood up at the 15-yard line. He'll lose yardage on this
What the
one.
heck is a B button? What are you talking about?
Well, when you need to juke the defender in the video game, you hit the B button and he spins away from him.
360 moves?
Yeah.
Is that where you get all your coaching from and all these terminology that you use in this?
No, I played in the SEC. Of course. Here's Brewer. Shotgun. Throws to the end zone for Bailey. It's incomplete. Against the 6'5" Bailey, but there is a penalty marker.
Looked like a late hit right there to me, too.
It's going to be first and goal for Lake Travis with 2:07 left to play.
Do you think we're going to get a pass interference or an uncatchable ball here, Mark, before it's all said and done?
Well, this is another example of why time of possession is one of the most useless stats.
How about the uncatchable? Which, it's not catchable if you get held, you know what I mean? You don't get a chance to get to it to catch it.
Well, there was a little contact, but I'm not sure that was catchable. 3rd and 10.
It's probably a good time to hit the B button when the guy makes the spin move.
4 wide receivers, 3 right, 1 left. It's Colton Bailey, 6'5", flanked to the short side of the field. 1-on-1 with Quinn. This pass is going right. Green's got it, slips a tackle. Green, football came out, it's loose. And Lake Travis falls on it around the line of scrimmage.
You're talking about a squared up, nice solid tackle by Hayes Rebels. There it is right there, not giving up or giving in right there. That was a fantastic tackle. Now plus it gives your kicker an opportunity to get a field goal and to get some kicking in and get some special teams work. What happens if you hit the G button or something? Anything special happen there?
I don't know what a G button is.
Okay.
Here's the field goal attempt from 30 yards, and it is good. Brandon Satterfield knocks it through, and the Cavaliers tack on another 3. Minute 29 left to play in the half. Lake Travis 38, Hayes 16 on 104.9 The Horn.
Coach Carter here for Apex Drilling, providing a variety of watering needs, including irrigation wells. When our practice fields were drying up, there was only one choice for the Cavaliers, Apex Drilling. They got right on top of it and fixed the issue. Apex is knowledgeable about the land in Central Texas, and they're one of the only companies that features a licensed on-site geologist. We now have the water we need to keep the field safe for our players. Professional and dependable, it's Apex Drilling. Online at apexwaterwells.com.
This season, Benny Boyd is stacking the line with savings on a massive selection of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Get a better buy from Benny with lower prices, more for your trade, and free vehicle delivery anywhere in Texas. With Benny on your side, you'll always have the home field advantage. Visit our 2 area locations, Benny Boyd Fast Drop and Benny Boyd Land Passes, or shop online at BennyBoyd.com.
You'll get a better buy. Ask Benny Boyd, y'all.
30-yard field goal by Lake Travis. It's now 38-16 with Bucky Godbolt. I'm Mark Honig. Thanks for joining us. Turned out to be a nice night after all that rain.
It really did. This delay isn't hurting Lake Travis, that's for sure right now.
The big question is whether you're going to be able to stay up for the fourth quarter, Bucky.
If the scores keep going the way they're going, Mark, it could be a sleeper. Lake Travis is really playing well in all aspects of the game. Hayes came out really fired up. I thought this would be a closer ball game. Not so fast, my friend.
Still plenty of stuff, though, for the coaches to complain
Absolutely.
about at halftime. They just put the ball on the ground again a moment ago. Kickoff is muffed, scooped up at the 15-yard line. And that's where Hayes will take over with 1:25 left to go in the half. Coming up at halftime, Nick Schwartz, Chuck Ricotta, Tyler Coe.
The A team.
Well, they're the only team right now.
Okay.
They'll have scores from around the area. District play, weather delays. We got plenty of highlights in this first half. And Evan Bradley will add up the stats.
And quick scoring in this half, too.
You think Hayes?
No, Mark. Before you even say it, I'm going to say no. Be careful going at halftime and leave this be. Don't give Lake Travis the ball again.
Oh, they keep it on the ground, and what a hit. What a hit by the Cavalier defense. They're starting to tee off on them now, bud.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? And Hayes isn't playing as aggressive as they did before. And I guess 38 points before half will knock that out of you a little bit. But you got to continue to play the game. You can't come out and still play timid. And I'm not saying be aggressive with the football, but when you run with the football and you block, be aggressive. Don't run upright because you're going to get it knocked out of you.
Yeah. Be decisive. Here's Kent rolling right. In trouble. Throws it deep down the sideline, showing off his arm, but no one there to haul it in. It's incomplete. So 3rd and 14, maybe 15 coming up for the Hayes Rebels. And
you know what? If Coach Carter wanted to, he could call timeout on the next play, get this ball back, and score again before half. You know what I mean? He really could. There's an opportunity for Lake Travis to tack on another either field goal or touchdown if Hayes isn't careful right now. And you don't want to throw an interception right now.
Lake Travis with 3 timeouts remaining. Hayes down to 1. 48 seconds left in the half. Here's Kent. Blitz coming. In trouble. Sacked at the 5. Let's see if they call a timeout. They are calling the timeout. Good coaching there, Buck. Corbin Pierce on the sack.
Oh, this is when you know before when you said go for the block. Yeah, I'm going for the block punt. I got 38 points on the board now. I'm going to go in the game before halftime and try to block a punt right now. If I'm Coach Carter and if I'm the Lake Travis Cavaliers, there's no reason why you don't go after the punt right now.
What is the defense doing differently now in the second quarter?
I don't know.
Because Hayes was moving the ball in the first quarter up and down, all kinds of trick plays.
I mean, at one part there, Mark, I said they had their hands on their hips. They looked like they got their second win. They got real tired there for a stretch there and probably got chewed out pretty good after that touchdown on the sideline. That's what I'm thinking had happened to them. They're a better football team. They've had a lot more success in playing teams, you know, in their division. Here's Hayes trying to make a step up by playing teams like Lake Travis, and they don't. And what happened was Lake Travis.
This is district play. They don't have any control over this one.
Well, I'm just saying for Hayes, the competition is now big time now. And Lake Travis understands that they can't give up the touchdown they gave up. And I probably got chewed out on the sideline and came out and started playing.
Here's the punt now with 35 seconds left to go. 38-16 Lake Travis. Pressure coming. Punt is away. It's short again. Bounces at the 25. And we'll take a Hayes bounce for once. Up to the 37-yard line. Clock stops with 23.5 seconds left to go.
Well, they got 2 timeouts. Do you throw the ball here, or does Coach Carter say, listen, no, let's just take it in the half. We're up 38-16. Maybe one throw, that's it. Or you turn around and give it to Willows. He's liable to take it into the house from here.
Well, and if not, you pick up 10 yards, you're in field goal range with the wind at your back.
And all that extra work for your kicker is a good thing, for your field goal kicker.
Willows is out there in the backfield. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Football's on the right hash mark, the 37-yard line of Hayes. Lake Travis up 38-16. Charlie Brewer takes the snap. They set up the screen. Fling it out to Willows. Has blockers. First down and more. Willows inside the 20 and stopped close to the 16-yard line. Clock will stop with 13.6 seconds left to go as they move the sticks.
And you got a couple guys laid out on the field right now.
It looks like there's an injured Lake Travis player.
Mark, have we seen this screen not go for an average of about 15 to 20 yards every time that Lake Travis has run the screen play to Willows?
Yeah, they set it up nicely every time. Looks like the injured player for Lake Travis. Actually, I can't even identify him from where we're at. But what a response by the Cavaliers. Remember, they were down 16-14.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now 38-16.
And we thought that extra point that
we said it could come back to haunt them.
It could come back to haunt them. No, it's not. Probably not going to come back to haunt them at all.
Well, it could be 38-17 right now.
That's true. Every point matters. You're right.
You never know. So they're working on one of the players over there. Well, coming up at half, we have Nick back at the studio. Hey, Tyler back there at the studio. Do we have Nick?
Either that or they're having that ice cream still.
Yeah, that's true. We could be working on that. I was hoping to get a preview of what we can expect at halftime.
All right, Mark, well, we'll run down all the scores from around
you are
there.
there?
I am here, yes.
Okay, Nick, what do we have coming up at halftime?
Well, coming up at halftime, we've got a rundown on all the scores from the area, the games that were delayed, and the ones that, some of them are actually getting pretty close to the end, so we'll update you on those, and some of them also going to half like us right here.
Anything jumping out at you so far?
Pretty fun back and forth one over on our sister station, The Fringe, 34-21, Vandergrift leading that one. For the 14 6A games in the district that Lake Travis is in, pretty much big leads for a couple of teams there, so we'll update you on that at the half.
All right, also what was supposed to be a college football game going on tonight,
right?
Baylor, and they're way out in front, so all right, Nick, thanks. So Lake Travis player being helped to the sideline.
It's one of the offensive linemen. They got caught up in the screen play, getting downfield.
Yeah, I think it's Brendan Hymas, the sophomore, but he's able to walk off the field. So
I like that guy.
I know you do. All right, 13 seconds left to go. Clock starts. Might be the final play of the first half. Brewer throws, and it's nearly intercepted. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds left to go. That should have been picked off.
By the way, there was nothing but daylight from that point on.
Cavaliers will send the kicking unit out there.
Need all the work you can get on your special teams and your kicking game. Somewhere down the line, all this special teams work and all this field goal kicking when you need it is going to help this Lake Travis football team.
So this field goal will be a 33-yard attempt, angled slightly to the left, out of the hold of Colton Bailey. Here's the kick, plenty of leg. It is up, and it is good. So Lake Travis now goes up 41-16, and they will have to kick it off with 1.3 seconds left in the half.